Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm back with another interesting video. Yes, and so guys, this is the first sit. Are they called sit in video? Yes. So this is the first sit, whatever video that I'm doing. Yes, and it is one of the videos that I'm going to be telling you about my childhood experience as a typical village African girl. Yes, because growing up in the village was not easy back then. Yes, because of circumstances and situations that I'll be telling you. Yeah, so there is this thing that ever happened to me, and I've never told anyone. I've never told anyone. For now, I am 36 years old. Yes, I'm 36 years old, and there is this thing that did happen um, back in the village in my childhood years. I guess I was around 12, around 12 or 11, yes, because I was in primary school. Okay, first, you know that growing up in the African village back in the years, it was not that easy. Yes, because yes, there were so many things. Although even nowadays it is not that easy, but at least there is so much improvement in terms of communication, transportation, and everything. Yes, yes. So I've never told anybody this thing. Yes, and yes, with time you'll understand. Okay, so story time, but it is a real life experience. So I was in primary school, and as you know, there were those pupils that were kind of bully like. Okay, especially boys. Okay, girls did not used to bully girls, and but boys could bully their fellow boys and also bully girls. So uh there were these two boys. They were kind of naughty. They were naughty because they were well known, and they used to be caned now and then. They used to be punished now and then because they could bully other pupils and such and such and such. So for me, where I used to school, in the primary school that I used to school, it was some distance from home. So I used to wake up very early in the morning, around 5. Yes, because it was some distance, and we used to walk to school. And by 6:30 you were supposed to be in school. 6:30 a.m. you were supposed to be in school. So you would wake up very early in the morning and go to school. So there is this boy. Yes, he used to stalk those people that normally have that behavior of stalking. Okay, and back then there were such cases, rape cases, and such and such. So that boy used to stalk me. Yes, because they lived near the school where we were going. They lived near the school, but for me, we used to come from some distance, some far distance. So you could find that when we were going home, the boy would go to their home. Okay, change their uniform and wear their home clothes, and then start following us and such and such. So they used to stalk us, and even at school you could find them looking, yes, giving you that side eye, like you, but of course that side eye that does not mean any good. So at one time, but he never told me anything. Okay, he never told me anything, or but you, of course, when somebody does not have good intentions, you can easily know. So at one time when we were at our home now on a Saturday, on a weekend, I saw that boy around the home area. You know, the fence is just those trees that surround the home compound. So I saw him at a distance, and then he was seated there with another boy. Yes, and then I wondered what he was doing over there. And their place, that is their home, is very far. Yes, in fact, I've said their home is near school, and for us we used to come from a far distance. Okay, so I saw him and I really got worried, very, very, very worried, because I felt that this boy, because of the way that he was talking me, he meant no good. Okay, and as a girl, as a little girl, you have to be worried something wrong might happen to you and such and such. So he came home. Okay, no, in fact, they sent one of my cousins because they neared the home. Okay, they neared the home, and he sent one of my cousin to go and be given some water. They did not want to get into the homestead directly, and then they went back. So I was really worried. I got very worried. I was afraid. And then another weekend they also came. Okay, I saw them around uh around yes, around the village that is near the homestead. And on that day I was going to wash clothes, to clean clothes at the river, because you used to clean clothes at the river, you carry the dirty clothes, go clean them at the river, hang them there, or if you are in a hurry you just carry the wet clothes although they were heavy. So that Saturday, I was going to clean clothes at the river, and I had seen them. So I was worried and I was going alone. So I went to the river. Yes, it is some distance, some distance. I went to the river, and as I was cleaning clothes, I saw those two boys. I saw them, but the one that was a real bully was one. Okay, so as I was cleaning the clothes, I saw that boy, and I felt like my world was crashing, because the distance from the river to home, it was a long distance, and along the way, anything could happen to me. Anything could happen to me. So I was really scared, very scared, and they just got to that side where the boys used to take a shower, and also the animals used to take water on that area, that side where the boys used to take a shower and such, because there was a the side for women and the side for men. So they went over there and they were just seated on the rocks. I think they don't know how to swim, because from where they lived there was no river around their area. So I started cleaning clothes in a hurry, just afraid. I could not tell anybody what was happening, but I felt that things were not going to end up well, because I was all alone, that is from my side of the village. And then God sends, I believe that God normally sends angels even in form of human beings, because as I was cleaning, as I was continuing with the cleaning, a lady, a certain woman from my home area, just around, it's like three homesteads apart. She came with her clothes and a jerrycan to fetch water, but she did not have much clothes to wash. So she started cleaning her clothes, and I decided that I have to be very quick so that I can go home in her company. Okay, because I felt that those boys were going to hurt me, they were going to harm me. So I cleaned the clothes very fast. I don't even know if they got, if they were cleaned well. Okay, but I did very quick. Yes, I did not even hang the clothes in the shrubs and the bushes around, because I could not imagine going home alone with those boys around. So I finished and I told her that I want to go home with her, and we just left. Okay, so on the way there is an area where we find a valley. Okay, so the valley is here, and then the road is over there, and then you cross the valley and go that way. But for the side that you normally go, that is towards our home, we normally walk along. Is it along or inside? Yes, inside the valley. Yeah, for some distance, a long distance is inside the valley. So that is why I was imagining what could happen to me if I go home alone. So we just went and we got to the into the valley, and we were just walking and walking and walking. Remember, at the back of my mind, I know that those boys had come to the river. Yes, of course, following me, stalking me. And as we were walking towards home, um, I was very worried. I could not tell this lady, my village mate, what was happening. I could not tell her. And at some point, I looked back. Yes, I looked back and I saw those boys seated on the cliff. Yeah, that is on the side. You see, the valley is like this, and there is a big cliff over on this side, and on this other side, yes, and then the floor is full of sand. Yeah, so they were seated on a cliff over here, and there was a bush over there. So it's like because they did not know that woman, they did not know if she was my village mate. So they went, they started their journey before me, expecting that I'll be going home alone. So they had hidden in the bush because we did not see them in front of us. But when I looked back, I saw them seated on the cliff, meaning that they had hidden themselves in that bush waiting for me. God did send his angels to protect us. That was my angel for that day. Whatever they had planned failed, and I got home safe. Who knows? Of course, somebody who is hiding himself, yes, in the bush, waiting for you, they don't mean any good anyway. And that is how God saved me. So, so after that incident, I felt that I was not safe at all, at all. It was not safe because if they could come from all that distance from their home towards our village and came to our village, I knew that they would continue with that behavior, and because they had not succeeded with the first attempt, they might repeat that one again. So back in the village, we used to graze the livestock that we keep, that is cattle, goats, and sheep. And on Sundays we used to go grazing in turns. I could go grazing one Sunday, and then my brothers would graze the next Sunday. We used to rotate. It was rotational like that. So I felt that like these boys might decide to come and stalk me again on a Sunday when I'm all alone. Um, Out grazing, yes, and they might harm me. So what I did, I gathered all the courage that I could get, and I told my mom that I don't want to continue going grazing because something might happen to me. That's what I told her. And I think as a lady, yes, as her mother, maybe she felt that like there is something that might have happened to me for me to make such a request that I don't want to continue grazing anymore. So from that time onwards, I was never sent out to graze alone. Alone. That's it. Thank you for listening. It's a bye bye.